today, I really want to make this video. I want to make that clear. I want to make that forward and front. I want to make this very clear. I want to make this video. This is a video I want to make. I want to put it out there, and I know it's probably going to have a lot of backlash to it, but it is what it is. You know, that's just the way life is. So, my thoughts on politics. It's a mixed bag, to be honest. And the first thing I want to say, and this is my biggest belief, is that I hate how in today's age, you're either on far right or far left. You're either a Republican or you're a Democrat. There's no middle ground. Basically, for the rest of your life, you're on one of the sides. I fucking hate that, for one. I'm going to be straight up and straight honest. I don't like that whatsoever at all. Not at all. And the reason is because you should always vote for the person that you think is the best for the job. And if you consistently think with the way that Republicans or Democrats think, that's whatever. Whatever, that's fine. But you should never just vote one side, never do research on the person, and just say, oh, they're the Republican or the Democrat for this year, so I'm just going to vote for them. That's just fucking stupid. I think that's the dumbest thing ever. Always do your research, educate yourself on the person and what they've done in their past, what they're planning on doing, and then make an educated vote based off that. And if the person just turns out to be a horrible person and they don't really live up to anything, then I don't really know, honestly. I don't really know. That's just kind of fucking horrible. So anyway, my thought basically is vote for the best person for the job. That's always my thought. I don't think it really matters what side you're on. Honestly, you could be a blue-green alien, but whatever. As long as you are going to do good things, you're going to make our country better, I'll vote for you. And I don't really care. You know, like, as long as you do good things, you're a good person, and you're, like, out there, like, hey, we're going to do this, 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 and this is how we're going to make our country better. And I agree with you on all those points. That's who I'm voting for. Like, I'm going to be honest. Anyway, get away from that. That's just my thoughts. I'm always in the middle. I always vote for the best person for the job. But the past couple elections, I voted for Trump. The first time I voted was this last election. But I was very educated in the 2020 election. I was definitely keeping up with it. I mean, it is a big deal. It's one of the biggest deals out there. I was keeping up with it, and I still think I'm going to vote for Trump over Joe Biden. And here's why I want to say that, and the reasons why I want to say that. Or the reasons why. Because I feel like Trump's first presidency, the first run, wasn't bad. I think he did a lot of good things. I think he did a lot of good things for our economy specifically. But he also screwed up a bunch of things outside of the economy. And he was always on Twitter just acting like a dumbass. And it was just kind of annoying, honestly. He was just annoying. He was always just doing so much, doing way too much. And there was a lot of bad people with him, including himself. Trump's not a good guy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, really. He cares about a lot about money, and it seems like he'll do a lot for money. So I want to make that very clear. I'm not really a big Trump fan. I'm not. But I thought he was the better person for the job in 2020. And I can see why people vote for Joe Biden, too, especially before that. We thought he was going to be like a more conservative person, like kind of take a step back and be like, hey, we're not going to do a whole lot, but we're going to still do things to make our country better. We're going to raise taxes a little bit, support a lot of other things. So, okay, I can see why Joe Biden was voted in. So when he was voted in, I really wasn't too upset about it. I don't think he was a bad choice. He's had some good history in his past with being Barack Obama's vice president. So I knew he could do some things, but I don't think his presidency term was a very successful one. I just don't. Our economy went really high, gas prices went really high, and a lot of things just kind of got screwed up and wanked, and he signed a lot of bills, like so many, it was ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't think that Joe Biden was a very successful president. And I don't think he was a gosh darn terrible, worst thing, run-of-the-mill president, but I don't think he was a very good one, to be honest. So then we get to the election this year. And again, I think I voted for Trump. I did. And my vote, I don't even know, honestly. I think I'm shooting myself in the fucking foot with both of them because, gosh damn, what the fuck is going on right now? What is going on? The reasons why I voted for Trump this year was because I thought he would help our economy rebound. Not what he was fucking saying, though. Like, he was the tooth fairy of fucking economies where he was going to basically slice the dip. Basically, it was going high. He was just going to cut it off perfectly, where everybody would keep their jobs, prices would go way down, and everybody would be happy while cutting off outsourced labor and keeping everything here. I don't think he was going to do all the shit he was saying, but let's just say that. But I do think he definitely proved in his last tenure that he could help our economy, make gas prices go lower, make the prices of the economy go lower. So I did have did look at a lot of things that he was saying, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And with Kamala, more so, like, she didn't really do much with her vice presidency, I feel like, and she really just kind of was thrown in there because she was the next person. I don't really think that she was really ready for that presidency. So that's just kind of my thoughts on her. And that was like a lot of things that she was saying as well. I just was like, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And you're also contradicting what you said back here. And you're also contradicting yourself here. There was just a lot of ifs with her. And I think that's why a lot of people went with Trump as well this year as well. Because there wasn't as many ifs with him. There was more so, this is what he said he was going to do. But the shit that he says what he was going to do, he hasn't. He literally has not done anything that he says he's going to do. That's the shit that makes me so fucking mad. Is because half the shit that he said he was going to do, he just hasn't. The one thing I'll say, gas prices are lower. Our economy is basically the same, I would say. It's just crazy. It literally is just kind of stupid. And I do agree. I'm a person, you can agree and disagree with me on every topic I make in this video. I agree with the tariffs. I do. I like tariffs because I like more things being made in America. I like being a self-sufficient person. I like having my own garden. I wish I could make all my own clothes. I wish I could just live on my own on a big piece of property and not have to deal with anybody. Like, that's kind of what I think that would be great. I think if we wouldn't have to rely on any other country for anything, I think that would be amazing. And I think that would open up a lot more jobs, a lot more money opportunities. I think that would help our economy. But anyway, I do like that from Trump. But the way he's fucking doing it to help himself with his tariffs, not the American economy as a whole, you can tell that he's just thinking about him and his people before anybody else. With this huge crypto scandal, this is the big thing that's been going on in the world right now. Basically, Trump said, okay, we're going to do these tariff things, but there was also a person who basically perfectly predicted it to the last fucking minute second and then sold it all. It was just crazy. It's ridiculous. And basically, his wealth, it's gone up so much, so exponentially since he took presidency. It's crazy. It's kind of bullshit. He's obviously made so many more products of himself. He's been selling himself a lot more since he became president. It's crazy. It's so fucking stupid and bullshit. And the shit that he's doing, it's like, come on, really? And this is another point I want to make. And this is something I feel very strongly about. Very strongly about. I think it should be illegal for presidents to receive gifts from anybody. From anybody. I don't think they should even be able to receive a nice text message from anybody. That's a little bit too far, but you know what I mean. I don't believe they should be able to accept a gift from anybody in the world, even in the USA. I don't think they should be able to. Especially, and this is even another big problem with the presidency. Fucking campaigns. You are asking companies and people to push money into your campaign. Like giving you money, and then you basically have to do them favors after. So basically, you've got to do little things to make their company better. Basically, they're just giving you money to make more money back. And I think that's horrible. I think that's fucking horrible. And then that's the same thing with receiving gifts. I think something needs to change with the campaigns and how that all goes down. I would truly believe something needs to change there. But anyway, I'll step aside from that. But anyway, receiving gifts. That needs to be fucking illegal. That needs to be fucking illegal for presidents to accept gifts. And basically every president in the whole entire history of presidencies has become so much richer from being the president from after. Obviously, you're making near $500,000 each year. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of moolah, and you don't have to pay for where you stay. You probably don't have to pay any taxes. Let's be honest. I don't know why my camera's so blurry. Hold on. Sorry about that. Sorry, my camera was blurry for a second. My camera so blurry. Hold on. But anyway, I think it's just so stupid how people can accept gifts, because Trump just accepted like this $500 million plane from, I'm not even for sure. Again, like a lot of shit's been going on. I'm just kind of pissed and can't really remember off the top of my head. But then he accepts this $500 million plane. He gets this like $5.5 billion golf course or something. And then these people who gave him this money did these things. They're getting a huge fucking airport base on the fucking American ground. It's stupid. It's stupid. And he's clearly does not care about the American people at the moment. He just cares about himself, making the money. And he'll say, oh, I really care. I want to do all these things, but he doesn't. And again, I voted for Trump. I was a Trump supporter when it came to this. And a lot of things have been happening. I think it's just been bullshit. I think a lot of people need to step up and more voice their opinion. So yeah, that's really my thoughts on politics. It's just a whole fucking shenagle of bullshit. I wish it didn't exist. I wish just one person would step up with good morals, good high ground, and be able to just say, hey, I'm here to help the American people. I'm here to keep us out of wars, and I'm here to keep us safe. I wish somebody would just step up and do that, and we would just have that one person. Whatever, but nobody in the world's like that. Nobody's God. So that's basically it. So yeah, that's really about it. And as always, have a great day.